girls, welcome to Mrs. Delzig's classroom workshop. Today we're going to do something a little different. We thought that we would share with you one of our favorite recipes for making Play-Doh. I know we enjoy good Play-Doh time at school and in the classroom, so we wanted to give you a little recipe for making Play-Doh. Now, there are a lot of recipes out there on different types of Play-Doh, so if you don't have all of these ingredients, ask your parents to get online and search for different Play-Doh recipes. We like this recipe ourselves because it makes a pretty big batch. It stays soft for a really long time. It feels good on our hands. And it smells good. It smells good. And we also found that it doesn't break up into tiny little crumbles like some Play-Dohs do, so we really like it for those. So we are going to share our recipe with you today, and as we read out the ingredients, I'm going to have my helpers take turns pouring it into our saucepan. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to turn your oven on to medium-low. So let's get this on to medium-low. Okay, and the first thing we're going to add is 1 cup of flour. So Anna, will you put in 1 cup of flour? Very good. Next, 1 cup of water. Chloe, would you do 1 cup of water?
The full.
Very good. And then we need 2 teaspoons cream of tartar. Anna, can you put the 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar? Good. And we need 1/3 cup salt. Chloe? Very nice. And then we're going to put 1 tablespoon oil. You can choose lots of different kinds of oils. You can do canola, vegetable, olive, sunflower. You could probably even do coconut oil, although I haven't tried that before. But lots of different choices for oil. So Anna, will you go ahead and put in the 1 tablespoon oil? Okay. The other ingredients that you need are optional. 1 is food coloring, and we know that makes it different colors and pretty and fun. The other thing, as Chloe said, it smells good. We like to add essential oil to ours, but you don't have to. You could probably put some vanilla or something else as well. So once you have added all of your ingredients together, you are going to mix all the ingredients except for the food coloring into a 2-quart saucepan. So I'm going to let Anna go ahead and stir it first, and then we'll let Chloe, oh, this is hot, so remember you got to stay on there. She's going to give it a good stir up. All right, and then let's let Chloe stir it for a little bit. So you are going to cook it over low-medium heat, stirring. So we're going to keep stirring, mixing up all the ingredients. Once it begins to thicken, that's when we're going to start adding our food coloring, if we're going to add food coloring.
And it might look a little bit like food, but don't eat it.
So we're going to stir it. I'm going to kind of hold it over here and show you, maybe if you can see it. It's starting to thicken up. It's starting to kind of look like some gravy. So I'm going to stir it up a little bit here, really making sure to get all that flour and everything on the side, down below at your pan. And you're going to notice that, oh, it really starts to thicken up. Anna, you want to give it a good spin?
And trust me, you would not want to eat it because it's not edible. Because it's not edible, so don't eat it. It might look a little bit like food at the fish round, but don't eat it. I'm just going to say that a lot. Don't eat it.
All right, we're going to keep stirring. It's starting to get thick. So we really want to keep stirring it down at the bottom so it doesn't stick down at the bottom. And as it starts to get thickened, we're almost to that step. Then once it begins to thicken, we're going to add our food coloring. We're going to make just 1 batch this time, 1 color. If you wanted to break it up and do 2 colors, at this point then you could pour half into 1 container and the other half into the other and make different colors.
You could do more than just 2 or 1.
Yeah, we could stir them up. So we're going to go ahead it's starting to get thick now, so we're going to go ahead and put in a couple of drops of our food coloring. Like we said, this part is optional, so you don't have to do this, but we thought it would be fun to add some color. So go ahead and add it. Add it.
How many drops?
Let's put a couple and we'll see. This is the more gel, so it's a little more concentrated. So we'll give it a stir up, and then you girls can tell me if you like that color or if you want it to be darker. What do you think?
Probably a little bit darker. Yeah.
Okay, so try one more drop. Alright. And this is the fun part. You can help your parents and you can come up with whatever kind of colors you want. It's really starting to thicken up now, so I have to keep stirring it. You want to stir it again, Anna? So you're going to continue stirring until the mixture is much thicker and begins to gather around the spoon. So it's going to really stick on that spoon. It's getting hard to stir now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we've got to move it around. You're going to notice when it says gather around the spoon, I can pick it up now and it sticks to my spoon. So I can get a big glob of it. So we're going to keep getting all of it.
Like Play-Doh.
Yeah, it's starting to look like Play-Doh.
I mean, it kind of looks like frosting too.
Oh, and frosting, yum. I think that's why Chloe keeps trying to tell you don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
Alright, oh now, so if you see when I do this, it just keeps going around my spoon. At this point, you're going to go around the pan and try to get up all the sides of your pan. See how it's rolling in there now? And then this is the fun part. Once it's gathered around the spoon, you're going to remove the dough onto wax paper or a plate to cool. So we're going to go ahead and turn off our stove. Remember not to touch, girls. I'm going to put it right here onto our wax paper to cool. And then the next step, you're going to knead it with your fingers to mix it up. So I'm going to break it in half, or maybe thirds. So half would be how many parts, girls? Two. Thirds would be how many? Three. So this is a fun project also to work on some math and to get in some extra fractions. So let's go ahead and do it into thirds because I kind of want to knead it too. So there's one for you and one for me. Or you and one for me.
Ooh.
And you're just going to keep kneading this into your fingers. It feels really good.
Hot.
It is hot, but it does feel good. Does it feel good?
Yeah. It gets on your fingers too, but once it really
Look at the
cools
camera.
down, it'll start to not get on your fingers.
Yeah. So at this point now, you have a choice. You could break it up into 3 pieces, and then you can customize what scents you want it. My girls like different scents, so Chloe wanted to add a little bit of orange into hers, and Anna wanted to mix it up and turn it to the camera. Anna, what did you want to put in yours?
I wanted.
Look at the camera.
I wanted
Lemon.
lemon.
Lavender.
Lavender and peppermint.
And peppermint. So she's going to do a little bit of combo. Chloe, what did you want?
Put these two.
Orange and bergamot. Those would smell really good, nice and citrusy. So I'm going to help. We're just going to go ahead and you want to hold it on and I'll help you drop. So she's just going to hold it in her hand. I'm just going to drop a couple of drops into the Play-Doh like this. And then she's going to stir it all up with her hands. There you go. All right, go ahead and swish that all together. And you want to hold yours, Chloe?
Also,
Right,
you can put like the same color glitter or a different color glitter.
oh yeah, you can add glitter. We've added glitter before. This is a fun thing that we like to make and usually bring into the classroom around this time because our Play-Doh that we've been using in school is usually old, and so it's time for a new one. So I like to make this and usually bring it in. But anyway, so we just wanted to share with you our recipe. So I'm going to hold up the ingredients one more time. But like I said, there's lots of different ones. So 1 cup flour, 1 cup water, 2 teaspoons cream and tartar, 1/3 cup salt, 1 tablespoon oil, any oil of your choice, and then optional food coloring and essential oil. So there's the recipe. I'll leave it up there for a second. And then the ingredients are pretty easy, as you can see. We have nice Play-Doh. It didn't take us very long, so we're just going to mix together all of the ingredients except for the food coloring. Cook it over medium-low heat. Continue to stir. Once it thickens, that's when you're going to add your food coloring. I waited to add the oil at this point because we wanted to break it up. But if you're doing the same, you could do it all at once. Then you're going to continue stirring until the mixture is much thicker and begins to gather around the spoon. Remove the dough onto wax paper or plate to cool. And then our favorite part, knead it with your fingers, mix it up. Now this Play-Doh lasts for a really long time. You can store it in a sealed container or in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, and it will
smell and last for a long time. We're still playing one that we made back in December. So we hope you enjoyed this. How's it smell, girls?
Good.
Very good. We hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
Bye.